This is my model Melissa. Today I'll be demoing a textured one length on her. She doesn't do a lot to her hair. She keeps it pretty simple, but we want to give her something edgy that still grows out really nice. So you see here that I've sectioned out a triangular one length. I'm establishing my guide, checking for evenness. Then I pick up my normal texturizers and I do vertical sections and come in at a 45-degree angle and take out that weight so it hugs the neck really nice and gives it a very nice round shape at the ends. I continue to take parallel sections working up the head. I'm cutting just below my guide each time, so I know that it's going to bevel under for her and it's going to be very easy for her to style. Melissa's got a good amount of hair, but it's very light. It's very fluffy, so I wanted to build up the weight on her perimeter as best I could for her. She's got very sparse hairlines, so I'm using the wide teeth of my comb and cutting everything with no tension, no elevation, and no over direction, and just picking it up in my fingers when I can't get those little bits with just my comb and my shears. Now that I've finished her perimeter, I'm sectioning her down the middle and I'm finding her drop back crown and going to create a square section for myself. I'm then going back to those texturizers that I used before in her nape and I'm taking vertical sections, pulling all of the hair 90 degrees from the head. I'm texturizing out that last little corner that you see. That's going to relieve any excess weight. It's going to help it bevel and it's going to give her lots of movement without looking layered. Now that I've finished with the back of her head, I'm going to extend my section to her recession from her drop back crown. And I'm going to go through and do the same thing. I'm going to take vertical sections and just notch out that corner just a little bit so it gives it texture and it gives it movement. I'm choosing to use my texturizers for this technique because I don't want to give her actual layers. I just want to release any excess weight that she has and ensure that her hair, it still has a lot of movement. Now that I'm done with her interior layering, I dropped that last section down and I combed it all at natural fall. I'm now taking up sections just on the surface and I'm graduating them a little bit and I'm using my razor to create gaps in that last layer. Now that I'm done with the wet portion of the haircut, I'm going to blow dry her. I'm going to start by giving her some long fringe in the front to connect it to the rest of her hair. She's got really sparse hairline, so I just wanted to make those look a little denser and give the front a little bit of interest. I'm now going to go through and do some detailing and fine tuning. Behind people's ears when they wear a bob usually gets pretty heavy, so I like to channel through that area and break up that line to ensure that my line is going to flow really nice from back to front. I'm now going to go through and clean up her neckline with my Andis trimmers. I love to use my trimmers for a neckline. It leaves it so crisp and so clean, and it's so easy to just stamp away the imperfections rather than chase them with your shears. And honestly, it's just really fun to use as well. So this is our end result. I loved how it turned out. I love the shape in the back. I love it when bobs really hug the neck really tightly. Lots of texture, lots of movement, but again, no obvious layering going on and very edgy feeling. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.